Welcome back to Jungle Gap. Today I have a bit of a different video where the idea is to test and compare your decision making with one of the best junglers in the world. We're going to be looking at two solo queue VODs from world-class jungler Canyon, one where he plays Nidalee and the other Jarvan. The way this video is going to work is right before Canyon makes a crucial decision, I'm going to pause the video. While the video is paused, I'll provide three different options, A, B, and C, one of which is going to be what Canyon ends up doing. In this time, feel free to pause the video yourself and see if with the same information he has, you can make the same decision. If you enjoyed this kind of video and want to see more, make sure to like and leave a comment. What's up everyone, I'm Coach Leo, also known as Babip. I've been a professional jungler for the past 6 years, played at Worlds 4 times, and have plenty of coaching experience. If you're interested in fast-tracking your learning and achieving your desired rank, book a private coaching session or join the community by heading over to the Jungle Gap Discord, which will be in the description below. Okay, so to start with the first game, it's going to be the Nidalee game, and I want to try and provide as much context as possible to give you guys the exact same information that Canyon has. The only information that we're missing here is that the enemy jungle is Diana, and we are unsure where she is starting. Unknown so far. And I kind of want to not skip around too much. Like I said, I want to provide as much context as possible. So I'm not going to be skipping unless I need to, unless there's a big jump between the next question. And I believe here the first question is going to be right as he pans his camera to the bot lane. Okay, so the first question. We're about to start the Raptors. And option A. Okay, which one would you choose? Providing all the information that you have. Option A, clear Raptors and then look for a level 3 dive or gank bot. Option B, clear Raptors and continue to full clear to the bot side. Option C, clear Raptors and look to invade the enemy Diana on her blue side. So take some time, pause the video if you need to. And going to reveal the answer now and explain these three options and which one Canyon ends up actually choosing. And as you'll be able to see here, the correct answer is option B, clear Raptors and continue to full clear to the bot side. And I believe the main reason that he is making this decision is just because of the fact that you don't have guaranteed information of Diana. If you look for the dive bot, Diana can be there to clean up. It's not really that guaranteed. It's high variance. And Canyon is just going for the high percentage play. Invading the Diana on her blue side is also high variance. She could easily just have started blue side, clear down, and then Canyon's going to waste a lot of his tempo. And so as we can see, we're just quickly clearing down. Our next pause is going to be just finishing the Scuttle Crab. But just to provide context again, we're going to be watching all of this. Still unsure where Diana is. Enemy bot lane is low. But he ends up just covering his pushing lane and going for the scuttle. Now the question is going to be the video at 2:12. So right after he finishes the scuttle and pans his camera bot, we're going through... This is going to be our next question. So option A, wait 10 seconds and look for a bot gank. Option B, reset as soon as you kill Scuttle to path to your spawning Krugs. Or option C, go counter jungle the enemy Krugs and Raptors on the Diana's Krugs and Raptors. So take a moment now with the information you have to make your guess or your prediction. And now as we play, you will see the answer is revealed that we are going for option A, wait 10 seconds and look for a bot gank. And the main reason for this is just because the enemy bot's resources are, Varus is low, their wave is quite bad, they need to fix the wave, it's going to freeze here. It also was pushing towards Canyon's team, right? So the wave position was good, the resources were good. There's many reasons why this gank was high percentage. As far as the other options, reset as soon as you kill Scuttle to path to the Krugs. I think this is, okay. This would be the next best option. Counter jungling the enemy Krugs and Raptors. This one is the lowest percentage because obviously they should be down by now, even if Diana was pathing to top side or to bot side. And so as we go to our next timestamp, it's going to be in around a minute and a half. Okay, so now we see that Diana shows top, and she has red buff, and she has a buy. Which means now we know for sure her path was clearing from top down, full clear. She bases, runs to top side, takes Canyon's Krugs. Then this skirmish happens, as we will see here as well. The Scuttle is also gone. So we basically know exactly what Diana has done now. And the next question isn't, for another minute or so. So we'll just watch for context, as I said. Nothing else happens here until I believe we're on the Gromp. So we're going to just kind of fast forward to then. No other context is needed. Now that we are on the Gromp, I'll be getting ready to pause to not give away any of the answers. Okay, so next question. We're about to finish the Gromp. So, option A, reset and power topside to gank Gnar while waiting for Krugs to spawn. Option B, run directly to Grubs after Gromp and take them. Option C, run into bot lane and lane gank by hiding in the bot bush. Let you take a second to pause the video if you need. As we reveal the answer, the correct, what Canyon ends up doing is option B, run directly to Grubs after Gromp and take them. And I'll quickly explain why this is the correct answer. So we know that Diana just showed here, and they had that skirmish. We know that Diana is going to clear to bot like this. So we imagine Diana now is somewhere around here on the bot side. And, our Nico was in base, so it doesn't look like we can do anything on the bot side, right? Diana maybe will go for Dragon because she's clearing to bot. And so Canyon is just making the correct play here, which is to trade instead of matching. Because if you match there, this situation right now, you could say maybe he looks for this gank, but Diana should be somewhere in this area. So again, he's just making the high percentile plays. And that's what a lot of Challenger and the best junglers in the world do. They make high percentage plays always. And you can see even when he plays here, using some pings, saying, hey, I don't want to mess with this. This is just a waste of time. This is kind of funny, actually. The Nath chases the Ornn, and then Canyon's like, well, good luck. I'm going to do my camp. Doesn't really care too much about his top lane's life. And neither should you in solo queue, really. If you're wanting to, have the best chance of climbing and having agency in the game. And as we're coming up to our next pause, just continues to clear. I believe our next pause is going to be after the Raptors, so I'll kind of skip to there. Okay, so this is going to be our next pause timer. Option A, reset. Option B, continue clearing to bot. Option C, gank Gnar. As you can see right now, Gnar is kind of like diving the Ornn. These are your options. Pause the video if you need. The answer is going to be revealed. We end up going for the reset. And obviously, why is that? He's sitting on, 1,500 gold. This is one reason. The other reason was his entire team also just took resets, so he wants to match their tempo, right? He wants to match, to be on the same, tempo as his mid and his support. The other options, ganking the Gnar, obviously, we know that's probably not the highest percentage option. And obviously, continue to clearing to bot it'll kind of make his power to fight on bot side significantly weaker. It was a time where you should value tempo over, kind of greeding for camps. You should value getting that buy off because you want to be as strong as possible. Right around this timer. And also that reset just allows him to have so much more time on the bot side with items. Okay, so we can see here Canyon's just sitting over the wall spearing. This is kind of a Nidalee thing to do. And we're going to pause right here. So this spear just landed on Varus, as you can see. And the three options that we have again. A, go Dragon. B, continue throwing spears and poking. C, reset for Krugs. And as you can see, the option that Canyon does, the decision he makes, is that he wants to stay here and actually just keep being this annoying, you know, he has nothing else to do. Obviously, he could go Krugs or to Dragon. But what this ends up actually resulting in is Varus just not being able to play the game. Also, Jace comes down here. So that's also a factor to consider. Jace comes down. They're just being so annoying. And just look at this bot wave right now. And now, this was kind of like a trick question because he does end up actually going for the Dragon as well. But the main thing to look at here is that you need to do the biggest impact play first, right? So Dragon is okay. But, you know, denying Varus this wave and this gold and getting Kalista all these plates is the thing that's going to have the highest impact on this game. When, you know, whenever I teach my the players that I coach, we always want to work from back to front. Because this is going to be the most risky thing and the most time-sensitive thing. This is the second riskiest thing, the Dragon. And then the third risky thing is your camps. So, you know, you should never do your camps, then Dragon, then their camps. We should always do the bot dive, then the Dragon, and then your camps. Okay, moving on to the Jarvan game now. Pause here if you need to get more time to see the draft. More time for, you know, the context of the game. And just like the last game, starting on the red buff, we're going to be pausing at the Raptors again. So he's done red, he does Krugs. And this is also a very common, you know, kind of point where junglers need to make big decisions. It's, you know, right as you get level 3, are we going to continue full clearing, or are we going to look for a gank, right? And that kind of ability to make decisions on what is a high percentile gank and what is not. Okay, so here is our first pause time. After clearing Raptors, are we going to A, continue full clearing to bot, B, invade Wukong's blue side, or C, gank mid from top side? So take some time, pause if you need. Consider the information that you have, consider the drafts. Revealing the answer now. As we can see, he's clearing the camp towards the top side. The correct answer is C, gank mid from top side. And the main reason for this is because you're playing Jarvan into Anivia, which means even if you just blow the flash here, it's very good because when you return at level 6, you just EQ ult and he's just dead. I think actually Canyon makes a mistake here. By being a little bit greedy with his EQ, he tries to actually predict the Anivia flash. And Wukong was actually there just like after his 3 camp to counter. And this actually goes straight into our next question, which is right here. And this is something that I see a lot of players do, is they don't actually understand what you should do in this kind of situation, right? Okay, so A, reset because you're 1 HP. That's option A. Option B, clear your blue side camps as normal. Or C, ward Wukong's Raptors and wait for the bot scuttle to spawn. Take a moment, think about which one of these answers Canyon will do. And as we reveal, he's just going to continue clearing. Because you don't actually have to base here, right? You're going to base for a longsword, but you're right next to all of your camps. It's not very efficient. You know that you're also going to heal from the camps. So, and this is something that I see a lot of players do when I coach them. They say, oh, I'm 1 HP, I might die to wolves. No, you're not going to die to wolves. Wolves is also the easiest camp to take. So taking wolves there is also something that's important to note. And also it's not very dangerous either because we know Wukong is on the top side. So there's literally 0 danger here for us to just continue clearing. And as we provide some context for our next pause timer, as we'll be able to see, just continues full clearing, takes the crab, walks in, sees that, you know, Wukong actually started the Raptors, so that was also a small detail here that we're not going to go too deep into because our next pause timer is going to be when we're running out of base here. So we're running out of base to our Krug spawn, and we see Renekton here with this wave. You know, Aatrox is kind of low. Renekton's kind of low as well. What would you do? So option A, run directly top and dive Aatrox on the next wave, meaning the wave that you're running out of base on. Option B, full clear to bot and take Dragon, right? Because Dragon is spawning at 5 minutes. We can clear these camps down and take the Dragon. Option C, clear Krugs and Raptors while waiting for Renekton to hit level 6 and then dive top. So take a moment, submit your answer. And as we reveal, we won't be able to know exactly what he does yet, but we know that he does do the Krugs here. So as we can see here, he goes for clear Krugs Raptors while waiting for Renekton to hit 6 and then dive top. And the reason why, you know, as I've been saying this entire time, he's looking to make things as high percentage as possible, right? Solo laners hit 6 around 530 to 545. So he's basically just waiting for Renekton to hit 6 and then he's going to go for the top dive. Also something to note here is that his Aatrox is pinging Flash here. So his Aatrox is pinging Flash. And as far as the other two options go, run directly top and dive Aatrox. Like I said, high variance, low percentage. And full clear to bot. Obviously, you're just missing an opportunity by diving top. Now, the next question is actually right here as we see Wukong. The next freeze frame. Okay, so we see Wukong here, right? After we dive top, should we, option A, pull grubs with E and then run directly to the dragon? Option B, take one grub with smite and then go to your wolves. Option C, take all the grubs because we have top and mid prio. Take a moment, pause, consider the variables, consider the factors, consider the information that we have. As we can see here, the correct answer is A, pull the grubs and run directly to dragon. And the reason for this is because we just used our move top, right? We just used our tempo and our move here. Renekton doesn't want to stay here and help with this. He wants to base. Aatrox is going to come back. And so this is actually his grubs, the Wukong. And Canyon realizes this, just like in the Nidalee VOD when he trades the grubs. Now, he can't fight this, right? So he's playing the trade. So another thing that I teach my the players that I coach is when you can't match, you need to look to trade. And Canyon realizes very, very quickly that Renekton wanted to base here. He doesn't want to stay here. If you stay and do grubs here, you're kind of just screwing over your top lane. So he makes the very, very quick decision here to run directly to the dragon, which is really, really, really impressive how quickly he makes that decision. And obviously something small to note here is that he also pulls the grubs to make it actually slower for Wukong to take the grubs. That's going to conclude this video. Leave a comment below how many you got right, how many you got wrong. And if you want me to do this kind of style of video more, if you want to see more videos just like this, let me know in the comments, leave a like. If you were able to learn something from this video, I hope you were able to apply it into your own games.